Jesus and his disciples went to Capernaum, and when the Sabbath came, he entered the synagogue and taught. They were astounded at his teaching, for he taught them as one having authority, and not as the scribes. Just then there was in their synagogue a man with an unclean spirit, and he cried out, "What have you to do with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." But Jesus rebuked him, saying, "Be silent and come out of him." And the unclean spirit, convulsing him and crying with a loud voice, came out of him. They were all amazed, and they kept on asking one another, "What is this? A new teaching with authority. He commands even the unclean spirits, and they obey him." At once his fame began to spread throughout the surrounding of Galilee. Amen.
So I've always felt like an imposter. Even in seminary, I used to think someone from admissions is going to come into my class and escort me out because they know that I don't belong here, that they made a mistake. This led me to be fairly quiet in my Bible classes around campus for fear of being discovered somehow. This was not a problem for Jesus that he had. In the gospel today, we heard that Jesus speaks and acts as one that has authority. And I generally don't have a problem with following authority, but I definitely have an issue with being the authority. I tend to be fairly humble about my attributes and borrow from our Quaker community and their idea of consensus and clearing committees, allowing any and all to take the credit for the decisions and letting all have a say. This is a difficult process and takes a lot of time and effort to do for sure. But during this current season in life, we cannot even get everyone to agree on masks and vaccines. A consensus is a long way off. But in this story, it is not Jesus's way. Jesus does not consult anyone. He just does what he does: teach, rebuke, and command. Why is it so difficult to speak as one who has authority? I know that for me, that if things don't go as planned, and God forbid someone gets hurt physically or emotionally, it is all on me. That is scary and often too much responsibility. But as we have seen in political life lately, what can happen when no one is at the helm of the ship, when all are left to their own devices and feelings on the matter, and there is no one path, one command, one who speaks with authority. I can name a couple of people who need the "be silent and come out of them" statement. Come out of your ignorance. Come out of your anger. Come out of your selfishness. Come out of your entitlement. So many come outs. Jesus had the confidence in himself that not just what was said, but how it was said matters. And being able to speak with this authority can actually put people at ease. They know what to expect and who to look to for answers. Sometimes I'm uncertain that I have the authority to make decisions. The statement "on whose authority" comes rushing back at me and can emphasize my imposter syndrome. It is a confidence play in order to make it happen. I have to have courage in my abilities, competencies, and self. And some days are easier than others, but it comes from my inner confidence as well as the support of people in communities like the Crossing, my church family and my youth, my family and my friends that prop me up and help me move forward. So for yourself, on whose authority do you come? What or who props you up? What or who do you want to rebuke, to come out?